Returned from my mother's funeral with a secret inheritance she left for me and heard my wife. The day I buried my mother, the sky was painfully bright. Not a single cloud. Not a drop of rain. Just harsh daylight pouring over the cemetery like the world had decided grief didn't deserve shadows. I remember standing there in my black shirt, sweat sticking to my back, staring at the fresh mound of soil that covered the only person who had ever loved me without conditions. The priest's voice faded into nothing. The birds kept singing like it was any normal Tuesday. And in that blinding sunshine, I felt completely alone. In my pocket was a small brown envelope the lawyer had pressed into my hand right after the burial. My mother's secret inheritance. Something she told no one about. Something she insisted I open only when I got home. And for some reason, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. Before we begin, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and stories that touch the heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to One Heart Stories. Your support helps these stories reach people who need them most. The drive back home felt longer than the 3 hours it actually was. The highway shimmered under the afternoon sun. My old sedan hummed like it was tired too. Every mile felt heavier. My mother had raised me alone after my father disappeared. She worked 2 jobs, stitched clothes at night, skipped meals so I could eat. Even when I grew up, married, and moved out, she still packed food for me like I was 10. And now she was gone. Just like that. No warning. No goodbye. A silent heart attack while watering her garden. When I finally pulled into our driveway, the house looked exactly the same. White walls. Green gate. Curtains fluttering in the warm breeze. But something inside me felt off. Like I was walking into a place that wasn't mine anymore. I stepped out of the car slowly, gripping the envelope. My wife, Marla, was supposed to be at work. The house should have been empty. But as I reached the front door, I heard voices. Low. Urgent. Through the slightly open window. I froze. It was Marla's voice. Tense. Whispering. And then I heard a man. I couldn't catch every word at first, just broken pieces carried by the air. After today, he won't have anything, the house will be ours. My heart started pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat. His mother's gone, he's weak right now, it's the perfect time. Perfect time for what my fingers went numb. I stood there, under the bright daylight, hearing my wife talk about me like I was some obstacle in her way. Like I wasn't her husband. Like I wasn't human. I didn't barge in. I didn't scream. I just stood there, listening to the life I thought I had slowly collapse. Then the man laughed softly and said something about divorce papers and taking half. Everything inside me cracked. 7 years of marriage. Late night dinners. Saving for vacations. Dreams of kids. All fake, all calculations. I stepped back quietly, my breath uneven, my chest tight. I couldn't face her. Not yet. Instead, I walked to the small park across the street and sat on the old wooden bench where my mother used to sit when she visited. That's when I remembered the envelope. With trembling hands, I opened it. Inside was a letter in my mother's familiar handwriting and a small key taped to the paper. Her words blurred at first through my tears, but I forced myself to read. She wrote that she knew life hadn't always been kind to me. That she worried people took advantage of my soft heart. That she had quietly saved money for years, hiding small amounts from every paycheck, every tailoring job. She had sold a small piece of inherited land months ago. The money was placed in a private account under my name only. Enough to buy a new house. Enough to start over. Enough to never depend on anyone. At the bottom, she wrote that the key belonged to a safe deposit box with documents and savings, and that she hoped this gift would protect me one day when the world showed its true colors. I broke down completely. Even after death, she was still protecting me. While the one person I trusted most was planning how to destroy me. The sun felt warmer now, not harsh. Like a quiet hug. For the first time that day, I didn't feel helpless. I felt awake. That evening, I didn't confront Marla. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I contacted the lawyer my mother trusted. Within weeks, the house was sold, the papers were signed, and I walked away calmly. Marla never knew about the inheritance. She never got a single cent beyond what the law required. And I didn't fight her with anger. I fought her with silence and dignity. Months later, I moved into a small sunlit home near the countryside, started a repair workshop like I'd always dreamed, and planted a garden like my mother used to keep. Every morning, the daylight spills through the windows just like it did at the cemetery. But now it doesn't feel cruel. It feels hopeful. Like a new beginning. Sometimes loss strips everything away so you can finally see what's real. And sometimes the people who leave us, are the ones who save us the most. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and comment to let us know. Your support means more than you think and helps us keep telling stories that matter. And before you go, comment for Mom to honor every parent who quietly sacrifices everything for their children. Because in the end, the greatest inheritance isn't money. It's love that protects you, even when they're gone.